Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome to another Tea with JD. So yeah, let's talk about another resurrection on BookTube, AuthorTube. Some people have been on BookTube, AuthorTube for a year. They've done great numbers, etc. Other people's have been a long time, and they have massive channels. I've been on here for 8 or 9 years, give or take a year maybe. And there have been different instances when I've gone like, you know what, I'm done at least for a while, and that means that, you know, no videos for like 6 months. And that happens, and I'm making this video to let you know that it's okay if that happens to you, because you're human. Not everyone's gonna have not everyone has the discipline to do a video every single week. Not everyone has the discipline and the stamina to keep it up for a prolonged time. Not everyone has the incentive to keep doing this. I keep doing this for a couple of reasons. First off, I enjoy connecting with people. Second off, this is a way to flow when I have a participation on a live panel or a live show on another channel or something like that. It also helps me. It's just, you know, oratory. It's just forensics. And you practice your speaking so that you don't have lulls like that. Sure, I have tea, and occasionally you can hear the slurps, but still. So what are some of the reasons why you might want to need a break from BookTube and AuthorTube? First off, lack of traction. Lack of traction can happen because algorithms suck. Sometimes you have to put a lot of legwork to get your channel rolling. And putting a lot of effort into something and getting like 10 views, it isn't always, you know, the best way to get motivated. That happens. That's one of the things that happened to me. It's like I felt like some of the videos that I was doing weren't getting traction. It's like, this is a lot of work for something that at the end I don't feel gratification for whatever the reason. And then there's other times where everything's clicking and everything's flowing, and that goes to creativity. And sometimes you're batting 1,000, and sometimes you're striking out constantly. That happens. And sometimes taking a little break to reset is just what you need. Another time, 2017, I did the Hurricane Maria tag because I'm from Puerto Rico. I haven't mentioned that in a couple of videos. I'm Puerto Rican indie author who now lives in Atlanta, but I am from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is always going to be home. Hablo español. Soy bien puertorriqueño cuando hablo español. If you didn't understand that, I'm very Puerto Rican, and I talk very Puerto Rican. And that's just the thing with me. So, I did that tag, and I was just, because Hurricane Maria devastated the island, and I was trying to do any and everything to get some attention to the island, and I even did that. A couple of people did the video. Some wonderful people have. I've met people thanks to that video. If you want to see me, I'm not gonna put the link. Look it up for yourself. It's a very vulnerable video where I'm just not. You can clearly see I'm not doing well because I was so worried about everything. To give you a small summary, it took me 2.5 days to talk to my wife. It took me 5 days to talk to mom, and it took me 2 weeks to talk to my brothers, just because communications and everything got wiped out. So I did that, and the reaction, my reaction to it is that I was trying to do anything just to cope. And then I was watching videos and people full on bitching about, oh my god, I can't read so much, and oh my TBR, and this is the worst, and I just couldn't handle it. And basically I stopped doing videos for a while after that. Eventually I came back because you get sucked back into the BookTube-ness and AuthorTube-ness. This most recent reinvigoration is thanks to the AuthorTube Writing Conference hosted by Jenna O'Malley and Shannon Huston, or Houston. I'm not sure how you say her last name, and I'm messing it up, and she's very, very cool, and I'm very fond of her and her channel and her advice. By the way, I recommend both their channels. So that I'm messing this up and not checking it just goes to show what this channel is about. I don't like editing myself too much. because you know, that doesn't, my not knowing how to pronounce her last name doesn't mean that I don't care about her, her work, the conference, her books, and everything. She's a very cool lass. By all means, I'll put the link down below. Check her out. She's super cool. I did a conference talking about maintaining your voice across genres, because I enjoy being a multi-genre author. And it's something very important to me, because working in advertising and the way that I enjoy different mediums, movie, video games, books, and music, I love variety. And as a creator, I don't want to limit myself. I want to explore and expand. There are different soul wells within, and some of those are middle grade, others are poetry, others are essays, nonfiction, and some are urban fantasy, some are horror. And I don't want to limit myself. So since I'm an indie, I don't want to limit myself. I will be querying 2 or 3 future manuscripts. Wish me luck. In the meantime, you can also support me. You can either go to Tazas y Portadas, which is a local bookstore from Puerto Rico, and you can buy one of my books for the summer. I'm recommending Given to Fly. And Given to Fly is middle grade adventure in the vein of Studio Ghibli. I'm very fond of this book. It's a very light read. It has no violence, and it makes me very happy to have written that. And my most latest release is 2020. 2020 has essays, poetry, and short stories in English. This was originally a bilingual collection, so I translated everything that was in Spanish to English as a personal exercise, and just to give my work a chance to reach other audiences, because some people don't read English, other people don't read Spanish, and you know, just to have more access. You can support me that way. So I did that conference, and it was great, and I had a wonderful conversation with Katie Salidas and A.F. Stewart, fellow friends who are authors. We couldn't have Bobby Nash over. Bobby Nash is an author from Georgia. Met him a while back. Super cool guy. He was with the COVID and he had no voice. Crap. Fortunately he's okay now. He's back to writing. Cool guy. A lot of discipline. All good people. The AuthorTube writing conference, I've watched several videos. I watched them several live. Great content, and it just motivated me to get back into it again and try to get into a rhythm. Some videos are going to be longer, some videos are going to be shorter, but I'm feeling inspired to do videos. It's like when you feel inspired to write, you write. When you feel inspired to create music, you create music. If you're having a rut, if you're not feeling it, forcing yourself to do it is not going to help it. Doing popular tags when you don't feel them is not going to help it. For me, it's always about, if I see a tag that I think is interesting, I'll do that tag because I think it's interesting, not because I think it's going to bring more people to the channel. Some people focus on analytics, focus on what can grow their channel. For me, it's all about enjoyment. I don't get all the likes on Instagram, but every post that I share is something that I believe in, and something that I enjoy. To me, it's all about having fun, and right now, this is me having fun again on BookTube and AuthorTube. So, if you are looking for a reason to take a break from BookTube because you're burnt out, because you're tired, because you're frustrated, or whatever the reason, do it, because this is not the end all of all things. Your life will not be defined specifically by what you do on BookTube, AuthorTube. And life is a lot more than just creating, consuming media, and interacting with people. There are a lot of things to explore. That's my opinion, by the way. And if something is not inspiring you, forcing yourself to do it, if you don't have to do it, is just a recipe for disaster. So, I'll leave this here. I am happy to be back. If there's anything that you'd like me to discuss, by all means, use that sexy comment section down below. Let me know. And let's chat it up here and any other place. I'm on several places. You can subscribe to this channel. I have to remember to do that. If you want to support my writer journey, I gave you some options below. I'm going to put some links. And yeah, till next time, peace, love, and Maki rolls. And cheers.